Turkey Day update, some currency regulator types are reporting to work later tonight. Working the holiday night shift, looking for something to happen before the sun rises. Time will tell. What's the exchange rate crisis? It's been at 1310 since the early part of 2023. They devalued to 1460, then they adjusted it by 10%. What's not good about that? What did it prove? That adjustment the World Bank was talking about, a 10.3%, is actually a positive sign, because what did it do? It staved off inflation. There's some positive aspects to some of these things. Revaluations happen. They need to be tested. When is it going to end? When are we going to have our blessing? When is the new exchange rate going to come out? The chances of that happening are like 99% improved compared to any date in the past. The good news keeps flowing in. That's what we want to hear. That's what we want to see. When is it going to end? When are we going to have our blessing? When is the new exchange rate going to come out? The chances of that happening are like 99% improved compared to any date in the past. If and when the day comes where Iraq begins to diversify their economy, then they can begin to withdraw some of the larger notes from circulation and begin to raise the value to counter inflation gradually. This process then could begin to introduce a smaller notes to replace the larger notes as the currency appreciates. But again, this would have to happen gradually over time so Iraq could reduce the money supply, which currently is over 90 trillion. I can tell you so far this morning none of my redemption center contacts have been called in yet. But they are on call today. They are on a short leash, which is very unusual for a holiday weekend. Every decision they make when it comes to Iraqi dinar absolutely positively affects the economy. Before they can make a decision to either devalue the currency or increase the value of the currency, they have to sit back and figure out how it affects the economy. Iraq is mostly an import country. They rely way too much on other countries providing goods for them. An increase in Iraqi dinar would make those goods cheaper. They're still trying to rebuild, so an increase in the value of the exchange rate would help them go a long way. It would give them more purchasing power and imports would be a lot cheaper. Many countries in the region and the world have expressed a great desire to participate in this project, Iraq's Development Road Project, especially since it will be the most appropriate, shortest, least expensive way to transport goods between the continents of Asia and Europe. It's going to be a major hub of the globe, and you're thinking that Iraq can't ever revalue their currency? I think that is just flat out silly.